Hi, I'm Hilda and welcome to my channel. The thing about scoliosis is whenever it causes compression in the spine, that would also have a corresponding reaction in our visceral body, i.e. when there is compression, so certain parts of our organs and depending on where your curve is might be compressed. So it's very, very important for anyone with scoliosis to rebalance their spine because that will give space in our posterior and anterior body. Very importantly, it helps us to move better and breathe better. I'm speaking from first-hand experience. So in rebalancing the spine, we will be lengthening the shorter side of our ribs and spine today, as well as working asymmetrically for our body to find its balance. Come to sitting. Line up both your left and right knee in a line. If you're following along this movement, I suggest that you do it on the same side as I. The right side will be internally rotated and the left side will be externally rotated. Now, you may find that the side that's internally rotated will feel shorter or even hiking up. That's quite normal. And the left side that's externally rotated will be more grounded. So if you feel there is a lot of discrepancy here, you can prop up a block or a towel on the left side which feels longer. That will help the right side to descend down and feel more even with the other side. So this movement addresses the length discrepancy that we all have when we have scoliosis. So we're going to stretch out both arms here. You're going to take an inhalation. Exhale, you're going to bend over to the side that feels shorter. In this case, it's always the internally rotated side here, which is on the right. Take 4 deep breaths here. And when you're done with the 4 deep inhalation and exhalation, you're going to come up. Keep your arms straight, keep your composure. And from here, we're going to bend over to the longer side now. And try to keep your right sit bone down, which is this one, the side that feels shorter. And slowly come back out. We're going to switch from here, change. Line up the knees again, but this time the left side will be internally rotated and the right side will be externally rotated. So you will start feeling shorter on the side and longer here. Again, if you feel the discrepancy is too much, put a towel or a block under your right sit bone here. Stretch out your arms. Take an inhalation, exhale, and side bend over to the part that you feel shorter. That is the left side. 4 deep breaths here. And when you're done, you're going to come up. Inhale, exhale now, bend over to that side that is longer. After 4 deep breaths, you're going to come up and bring your arms down. Now, right now, what I want you to do is bring your legs back to the first position and feel both hips. Are they more or less aligned now? Do they feel longer? Do you feel your torso now straighter? And if you still feel the imbalance, that's totally normal. But what we strive to do is to feel less imbalance, but not totally balanced, because this is just the first exercise. Okay, now to the other side. We are doing this just so that we are totally aware of our body, because people with scoliosis need to be very aware of their body. The longer and shorter side, the discrepancy, how they are compensating and how they can optimize both sides just so that they can achieve more balance in their daily lives here. Feel both hips, feel both torso. And you can slowly release. Stand up, and I suggest you walk around a little bit. We're going to move on to a bigger elongating movement now. It is very important to remind ourselves that people with scoliosis must always work asymmetrically. I know how I try so hard to be symmetrical when my curve was a lot more pronounced years ago. That's because I can't wait to be more aligned. Well, actually, we need to work asymmetrically to find symmetry. That's the interesting thing about scoliosis. So right now, you're going to have the right leg internally or externally rotated, and the left leg straightened out here. And we're going to go for a bigger side bend. And from here, you're going to stretch out both arms. Take an inhalation, exhale, and just glide your left hand along the left shin. Go as far as you can, and you're going to side bend to the left, looking up, opening up the right ribs here. If your curve is on the right side like I suggest we don't do this for too long because our ribs would already be translated to the right. We don't want to open it up more. Instead, we should spend time on the other side that is shorter. And because of this, I'm going to just come up. If your curve is on the left thoracic, then I suggest you stay longer on the right side. So I'm going to change. I'm going to stay longer on this side, my left ribs, which is shorter, because I've got a right thoracic convex. Therefore, my left side is more shorter, it's a concave. Take an inhalation, exhale. I'm going to glide my right hand along the right shin. That feels so good. Opening up my left ribs here, giving this shorter side a lot more length and space that is so neat. And I'm going to look diagonally up. Breathe into the left ribs. I'm going to take 4 deep breaths here. You can do double time on the side that you are shorter versus the side that you are longer. Hence, it's really important that we know our body, we know our curves, so that we know where to spend more time on to lengthen it. Balancing the discrepancy, the different lengths in our spine. And slowly come back up. My suggestion is to repeat one more time on the first side and double time, and of course one more time on the other side where you feel shorter, where I feel shorter in this case, and you do what you need for your spine. Let's continue with the second set of asymmetrical movement here. Straighten out the right leg again and bend your left leg. This time we're going to be opening up the ribs more, working in rotational movements here. Stretched out your right arm and just side bend to the left. Make sure your right leg is really straight. Flex if you can. We'll be creating length throughout this whole chain here on the right side. And from here, you're going to rotate your spine to the back. Kind of look diagonally back here. And your ribs will be rotating this way. And from here, take a deep inhalation and exhale. And you're going to rotate to the front, looking diagonally front. Let your ribs come back in. So think about rotating your ribs both ways here, to the front and to the back. All this while, keep your right leg really straight, giving it maximum traction. Bend a little bit more. You can bend the left elbow if you like. And again, rotate your ribs backwards, look diagonally back and front. Do this a few more times. One more. And slowly come back up. Change. And bend over on an exhalation, opening up your ribs to the back and front. Try to see if you can go a little bit further each time. Again, on an exhalation, look diagonally back, and exhalation, look diagonally front. You may feel there's a big difference between both sides here. Again, that's normal, especially with scoliosis. We will feel it more, the feeling will be more pronounced. In any case, the rule is very simple. Work on the side that feels shorter more. Spend longer time on the shorter side. And one more on this side for me because it feels so good. And slowly release here. Now, after some asymmetrical movements, we kind of need to feel symmetrical a little bit. Stretch out both legs here, arms to the front, and just feel like someone is pulling your hands forward. Keep your spine as straight as you can. Arch forward, look diagonally up here. Feel like both legs are extending out. Flex your feet, straighten out more. Really stretch out those hamstrings. We will always need more traction for scoliosis. So therefore, you will feel like this flexing feet action will help with the traction that gives our spine and our legs feel so good. And one more, go a little bit further. Feel like somebody is pulling you further. And slowly come back to sitting on your sit bones. We have lengthened the shorter side and we have worked asymmetrically. Another rebalancing movement we need to do is to release the spinal joints. We're going to take the spine into a mild arch and curl motion. Basically doing this to our spine, and it will gradually release the tightness within the crevices of our joints here, spinal joints. From here, you're going to bend your elbows and look at your palms, and your spine will naturally mimic the curve of the elbow. So that's a good thing because we want to start in a soft curl. Take an inhalation. Exhale, bring your rib cage and your arms up. Look up to the ceiling or the sky. Bring your spine into a slight arch. And back here into an exhalation. And inhale. And exhale. Do this by increasing the space in the joint a little bit each time. Feel yourself arching a little bit more and curling a little bit more. And when you arch, your upper back right down to your pelvis will arch at the same time. And when you curl, your head, neck, shoulders, your mid back, and your pelvis will all curl at the same time, creating a long C. Again, you can do this as many times as you like. In this case, in my case, I'm just going to do one more maximum arch. Open up your ribs here. And exhale. Stay in a curl. Bring your palms in, fingers to touch, palms face forward, your arms in a roundish shape here, and open up into an exhale. Inhale and then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go a little bit more each time here. Just do one more. Make it really deep. Really curl. Deepen your curl here. Take one more breath before you open up into an arch. Palms face up. Breathe. One more breath here. And slowly come back to a soft curl and a soft arch, and slowly release down. Let's do something symmetrical to finish. Stand with your legs hip width apart. We're going to stretch out both arms here. Feel like you're reaching to both ends with your 10 fingers. And from here, you're going to bring it up. Have your thumbs to touch if possible, and bring it down. See if you can feel both sides more equal. If you don't, we'll try to make it more equal by stretching the arm out a little bit on the side that's tighter. In my case, it's still my left side. Bring the arms down. Feel like we are reaching out from our arm joints through our elbows, our wrists, and right through to the tip of our fingers. Reach out big and long and bring it up. Inhale, exhale, and down. Let's do 4 breaths here. Inhale, standing with your legs straight. Lift your ribs a little bit. You can look up, reach your fingers up and down. Exhalation here. Again, this is a traction movement here. Do it anytime when you feel tight or when you feel stressed, when you need more breath, as a warm-up or as a cool down like this one. Let's do 2 more times here. Inhale and expand your ribs. Reach through your fingers. And exhale. 1 more. Very big inhalation. And very clean exhalation. Slowly, 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 and slowly bring your arms down. Scoliosis affects our spinal structure. As a result, our posture might be compromised. What could help is exercises that help restore good posture every day, working on different parts of our body, which in turn could go back to enhance our structural integration. Check out my 7-day posture care series here. I have a variety of movements from spine, from core, from hips and hamstring. Everything works together integratedly to help you maintain and to build towards a much better posture. Because our body doesn't work in isolation. Each and every part works together collaboratively to build towards better health, better posture, and better integration. So I urge you to check out the exercises and do try some of the movements. A little bit every day goes a long way. Keep moving, keeps getting better. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.